I would be remiss, Jay, if I did not ask how the news of sports gambling about to become so much more prevalent on the state level hit you when you heard how the NCAA might have its hand out when it all comes down to it. What are your thoughts on that, Jay?
You know, Rich, I probably my first thought was to what my grandfather would have thought when prohibition was repealed. You know, sort of the idea that everybody's doing this anyway. Why are we prohibiting this? And I make that comparison because there are a lot of bad things that come along with alcohol, but most of society handles it pretty well, and we manage it. And I look at gambling the same way, sort of as I don't want to say harmless vice, but for most people it is harmless. Like I don't think the feds are going to come after me on this, but I'm in a football pool with my friends for $20 a week, and it makes the games more interesting. And the emails that go back and forth when there's a backdoor cover, on Monday Night Football, it's fun. And games that I wouldn't have been interested in otherwise, I'm interested in. And we do the same thing with the majors in golf, and we throw a few bucks in, and everybody picks players, and it makes it more enjoyable. And I think that's the way it is for the overwhelming majority of people who are interested in sports.
But in terms of college football, though, or basketball, if a kid is playing a sport that now, I guess the governing body is going to have maybe wetting their beak a little bit. I mean, does that give fuel to your idea of paying the players, Jay?
Everything gives fuel to that, Rich. I mean, I as the money grows, whether it's coming from television or merchandising or apparel licensing deals or just the apparel deals you have for the teams, just the big gap between amateurism and the billions of dollars that are in the game are going to make that argument. We're having that anyway. So when you add in the gambling portion of it and additional revenue streams there, these games are, live sports, whether it's college or pro, is going to continue to make money. And look, I ultimately think that my way of viewing this, even though reasonable minds could differ, that my way of viewing this is going to come to pass. Whether it comes to pass in the next 10 years or in our lifetimes, I don't know. But amateurism isn't going to survive while billions of dollars are being made off these players. That's just not going to. It's not going to be sustained long term. But I'm sure people in the 30s said the same thing, and it's still going.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.